Why Rafael Benitez's Everton are a force to be reckoned with in the Premier League this season. Strange things are happening at Goodison Park. After a summer characterized by rancor, pessimism and disinterest, Everton are among the early Premier League pass-sitters and thinking of good times ahead. Unbeaten in 4 games, the Toffees sit joint top of the table. And, with matches against Aston Villa, Norwich, West Ham and Watford to come over the next 5 weeks, plus a trip to Manchester United, there is every chance they could still be flying high on bonfire night. And all achieved with a manager few fans wanted and signings plucked from the summer's bargain basement. With his appointment by Everton as successor to Carlo Ancelotti imminent at the end of June, Rafa Benitez was greeted by a banner declaring, "We know where you live. Don't sign near his Merseyside home." That Benitez had kept roots in the area more than 11 years after leaving Liverpool illustrated his affinity with the local community, but this virtue meant nothing to supporters who remembered the Spaniard as the man who described Everton as a small club during his 6 largely successful years at Anfield. If the identity of their new manager provoked discontent, Everton's transfer business did little to salve the wounds. After years of lavish spending failed to land European qualification, the club found themselves spending 85% of turnover on wages and sailing very close to breaching the league's financial fair play regulations. Recruitment was affected accordingly, with Benitez restricted to moves for free agents Andros Townsend, Salomon Rondon and a couple of reserve goalkeepers in their mid to late 30s, Asmir Begovic and Andy Lonergan. The only transfer fee Everton paid was the £1.8 million offered to Bayer Leverkusen for the no longer so highly rated Demarai Gray, all a far cry from the 17 players they brought in for £20 million or more between 2017 and 2020. Yet, in the fledgling weeks of the season, the new men have exceeded expectations, where many of their big-money predecessors failed to even meet them. Sit down. Rio Ferdinand reacts to Cristiano Ronaldo's touchline antics and Man United loss. Borussia Dortmund identify Chelsea star as possible replacement for Erling Haaland. Jorginho reveals what Italy teammates told him about Lukaku before Chelsea return. Gray, an enigma never really unlocked in 5 years at Leicester, has 3 goals already, having managed 10 in 133 top-flight games for the Foxes. Townsend has 2 assists and opened his own goalscoring account with a trademark pillager cutting in from the left in the 3-1 victory over Burnley on Monday night. As well as his past associations, it is fair to assume supporters were not enamored with Benitez's reputation for an often defensive approach, but only free-spending. Manchester City and United have scored more than the Toffees' 10 league goals. And only United, Chelsea and Liverpool can match their haul of 10 points. Much more of that, and Everton fans may have to revise their opinion of the club's new manager. If that moment comes, they will at least know where to send the thank you cards. More Donny van de Beek reveals how close he came to joining Everton from Manchester United. More Everton planning to revive attempts to sign Arsenal's Ainsley Maitland-Niles in January. For more stories like this, check our sport page. Follow Metro Sport for the latest news on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Metro newspaper is still available for you to pick up every weekday morning, or you can download our app for all your favorite news, features, puzzles, and the exclusive evening edition. Download the Metro